A massive fight broke out in your family and it was all because of you. The truth is coming out now. But I am not here to judge you. I am here as your angel, sent not to accuse you, but to hold your hand in this storm. I know you're hurting. I see the weight in your heart, the ache that you carry quietly while trying to keep everyone else from falling apart. I've watched the tears you've cried in secret, the words you've swallowed, and the blame you've silently accepted, even when it wasn't all yours to carry. You see, humans often look for someone to blame when the pain becomes too much. And because you care so deeply or because you try so hard, you often become the easiest target. But I need you to hear this clearly: you are not a villain. You are not the destroyer. You are not evil for speaking your truth, for making mistakes, or for being human. Yes, the fight happened. Yes, it hurt people. Yes, it may have started with you. But there's more to this story. There were old wounds hiding beneath the surface. There were secrets buried for years. There were misunderstandings, unspoken expectations, and layers of emotion that no one wanted to face. You didn't create the chaos, you simply triggered what was already there. And maybe, just maybe, this moment of truth is what your family needed. Not to fall apart, but to finally open up. For so long, everything was held together with silence. But silence does not heal. Silence hides. Silence protects pain, but it also feeds it. When you spoke up, when you made that choice, said those words, revealed that truth, you pulled the veil away. And yes, it was messy. It was loud. It hurt. But it was also honest. Do you think your soul didn't cry when the shouting started? Do you think heaven didn't tremble at your pain? I was there. I saw the moment your voice shook. I saw the moment you broke down afterward, wondering if you had just shattered everything beyond repair. But let me tell you what I saw that maybe you didn't. I saw strength. I saw courage. I saw a heart that finally stood up after being trampled too long. I saw a soul desperate for peace. And I saw love, a real love, underneath the pain. Because if you didn't love them, this wouldn't hurt so much. If they didn't matter, their opinions wouldn't cut so deep. And if your voice didn't matter, the silence wouldn't have grown so heavy over the years. You were never trying to destroy your family. You were trying to save them. You just didn't know how to do it anymore without first being honest. And honesty can feel like an explosion after years of pretending everything is okay. So here you are. In the aftermath. Wondering what comes next. And I'm here to tell you, what comes next is healing. But first, you need to let go of the guilt that's poisoning your spirit. You cannot carry everyone's pain and still expect your soul to fly. You cannot fix what others refuse to acknowledge. And you cannot keep sacrificing your peace to maintain their comfort. You've done that long enough. Let the truth be out. Let the wounds be seen. Because only when they're exposed can they begin to heal. You're not alone in this. I walk beside you, every day, whispering hope into your heart. I hold your tears in my hands and lift your prayers into the light. Heaven has not abandoned you. God has not turned his face. Your loved ones in the spiritual realm see what you're carrying, and they send you signs every day: a song, a breeze, a word from a stranger to remind you that you are seen, loved, and protected. Now is the time for rebuilding. Not just the family structure, but yourself. You need to rest. You need to breathe. You need to forgive yourself, first and foremost. You need to speak gently to the child inside you who's been longing for peace. And while it may not feel like it, this moment is sacred. This breaking point is a turning point. Families often go through storms before they can find calm. And maybe some bridges need to burn. Maybe some walls need to crumble. That doesn't mean you failed, it means you were brave enough to begin. One day, the ones who truly love you will see it too. They will look back on this moment and understand. They'll remember your tears, your honesty, your courage. And even if they don't say it out loud, they will know you were trying to do the right thing. You cannot control their journey. But you can walk your own with truth, with light, and with grace. Now, take a deep breath. Look up at the sky. Let it hold your sorrow. And repeat these words after me: I am not the fight. I am not the failure. I am the light that rose from the fire. Keep saying it. Every morning if you have to. Until you believe it. Until your soul remembers who you are. This message is not about blame. It's about liberation. You are being set free from the lies, the weight, the guilt. You are being lifted from the ashes of hurt into the beauty of new beginnings. You are not alone. I am here. God is here. And every step you take toward healing sends ripples of love through your entire family, even the ones who don't understand yet. So go gently now. Not backward but forward. Into light. Into truth. Into peace. You were never meant to carry this alone. There's more I want to say to you, because this isn't the end. This is only the beginning of your redemption story. When you walk with God and listen to your angel's voice, even the most broken pieces can be put back together more beautifully than before. The apology you never received. Heaven has witnessed your innocence. The misunderstanding that twisted your words. God sees your heart. The rejection that made you question your worth. Let me whisper this again and again: you are loved. Loved beyond understanding. The people who walked away didn't leave because you were too much. They left because your truth asked them to confront things they weren't ready to face. That's not your fault. You cannot force healing upon someone who still clings to pain. So give yourself the permission to let go. Not out of bitterness but out of grace. You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to move forward even if others stay behind. You are allowed to bloom in the sunlight even if they remain in the shade. And if the silence grows loud, if the distance becomes permanent, know this: it's okay. Some chapters end quietly so your soul can rest. Some endings are actually holy beginnings. Don't be afraid to rebuild your definition of family. Sometimes, love will come from new places or from friends who feel like siblings, from mentors who speak life into you, from strangers who become your safe place. Love is not limited. It finds you where you are, especially when you choose truth. So don't stop now. Keep walking. Keep healing. Keep shining. Heaven hasn't given up on your family. Miracles are still possible. But they begin with honesty, with prayer, with surrender. And they begin with you. There's so much more ahead. Love you haven't met. Peace you haven't felt. Joy you haven't tasted. This isn't the end of your story. It's the breaking of the shell so the light can get in. And in that light, you'll rise. You'll smile again. You'll forgive without forgetting your worth. You'll speak with boldness. You'll laugh with the fullness of your soul. And your heart? It will beat freely, no longer chained to guilt, but singing in the rhythm of grace. I'm with you. Every moment. Every prayer. Every tear. This message is your confirmation. You are enough. You are brave. You are worthy of peace. And you are deeply, eternally loved. My dearest child, I come to you as your angel, sent not to judge, but to cradle you in the midst of this storm. My wings are wrapped around you, shielding you from the harsh winds of blame and guilt that threaten to overwhelm your spirit. I truly see you standing in the wreckage of a family fight that has left your heart bruised and your soul weary. I know the weight you carry, the ache that lingers in the quiet moments when you wonder if you've shattered everything you hold dear. But I am here to tell you, with all the love and light of heaven, that you are not the villain in this story. You are not the destroyer. You are a soul caught in the painful but sacred act of truth-telling, and I am here to walk with you through the aftermath. Let me begin by acknowledging your pain. I have watched you cry in secret, your tears falling like silent prayers in the stillness of the night. I have seen the words you've swallowed, the apologies you've whispered to yourself, and the blame you've accepted even when it wasn't yours to bear. You have carried this burden with a quiet grace, trying to hold your family together while your own heart was breaking. But I need you to hear this clearly, you are not evil for speaking your truth. You are not a failure for making mistakes. You are human, and your humanity is beautiful, even in its messiness. The fight that erupted in your family was painful, yes. It was loud, chaotic, and raw. And yes, it may have started with you or with a truth you spoke, a choice you made, or a moment of vulnerability that set the spark. But let me tell you what you may not yet see, this fight was not just about you. It was the culmination of years of unspoken hurts, buried secrets, and old wounds that had been festering beneath the surface. You didn't create the chaos, you simply brought it into the light. And while that light may have burned, it was also necessary. Families are complex tapestries, woven with love but also with misunderstandings, expectations, and unspoken rules. For too long, your family held itself together with silence. Silence was the glue that kept the cracks hidden, the bandage that covered the wounds no one wanted to face. But silence does not heal. Silence hides. It protects pain, but it also feeds it, letting it grow in the shadows until it becomes too heavy to contain. When you spoke up, or when you let your truth break through that silence here, you pulled the veil away. And yes, it was messy. It was painful. It hurt everyone involved. But it was also honest. And honesty, though it may feel like an explosion in the moment, is the first step toward healing. I was there when it happened. I saw the moment your voice shook as you spoke the words you'd been holding back for so long. I saw the fear in your eyes, the hope that maybe this time you would be heard, and the dread that it might all fall apart. I saw you break down afterward, alone, wondering if you had just destroyed everything you loved. But let me tell you what I saw that you may not have noticed. I saw courage. I saw a heart that had been trampled for too long finally stand up and demand to be seen. I saw a soul desperate for peace, not just for yourself but for everyone you love. And beneath it all, I saw love, a real, raw, unshakable love. Because if you didn't love them, this wouldn't hurt so much. If your family didn't matter to you, their words wouldn't cut so deeply. If your voice didn't carry weight, the silence wouldn't have grown so heavy over the years. You weren't trying to tear your family apart. You were trying to save them from the lies, the pretense, the pain that had been eating away at your collective spirit. You just didn't know how to do it anymore without being honest. And honesty, my dear, is a sacred act, even when it feels like destruction. You are not the fight. You are not the failure. You are the light that rose from the fire. Let me paint a picture for you of what I see when I look at you. I see a soul who has spent years trying to be everything for everyone. You've been the peacemaker, the listener, the one who smooths over conflicts and swallows your own pain to keep others comfortable. You've carried the weight of your family's expectations, their unspoken rules, their hurts, and their hopes. You've done this not because you were forced, but because you love them. You've sacrificed pieces of yourself to maintain harmony, to keep the fragile balance from tipping. But there came a moment when you couldn't do it anymore. The weight became too heavy, the silence too suffocating. And so you spoke. You acted. You let the truth out, not to hurt anyone, but to set Selfa and Thema free. That act of truth-telling was not a betrayal. It was an act of love. It was a cry for connection, for authenticity, for a family that could face its shadows and still choose to love each other. But humans, in their pain, often lash out at the one who dares to disrupt the status quo. They look for someone to blame when the truth is too hard to face. And because you care so deeply or because you try so hard, you became the easiest target. Their anger, their accusations, their hurt, they are not a reflection of your worth. They are a reflection of their own struggle to face the truth you brought to light. I know it feels like you've lost something irreplaceable. The shouting, the tears, the fractured connections, they weigh on you like a stone in your chest. You wonder if things will ever be the same, if your family will ever find its way back to love. But let me whisper a truth to your heart: this moment, painful as it is not the end. It is a beginning. It is a breaking point, yes, but it is also a turning point. Families often need to go through storms before they can find calm. Sometimes bridges must burn, and walls must crumble, not because you failed, but because you were brave enough to begin the work of rebuilding. Right now, you stand in the aftermath, wondering what comes next. You feel the guilt creeping in, poisoning your spirit with questions. Could I have done it differently? Should I have stayed silent? Am I to blame for all of this? But guilt is a heavy chain, and it will keep you tethered to a version of this story that isn't true. You cannot carry everyone's pain and expect your soul to fly. You cannot fix what others refuse to acknowledge. And you cannot keep sacrificing your peace to maintain their comfort. You've done that long enough. So let the truth be out. Let the wounds be seen. Because only when they are exposed can they begin to heal. Healing is not a straight path, and it will not happen overnight. There will be days when the pain feels fresh, when the silence between you and your loved ones feels like a chasm too wide to cross. There will be moments when you doubt yourself, when you wonder if you made the right choice. But I am here to remind you that you are not alone in this. I walk beside you, every day, whispering hope into your heart. I hold your tears in my hands and lift your prayers into the light. Heaven has not abandoned you. God has not turned his face. Your loved ones in the spiritual realm are those who have crossed over, see what you're carrying, and they send you signs every day. A song that plays at just the right moment, a breeze that brushes your cheek, a word from a stranger that feels like it was meant for you. These are their messages, reminding you that you are seen, loved, and protected. Now is the time for rebuilding, but not just the family structure, yourself. You need to rest, to breathe, to forgive. And the first person you must forgive is yourself. You are not perfect, but you are not broken. You are not flawless, but you are enough. Speak gently to the child inside you, the one who has been longing for peace, the one who has been trying so hard to make everyone proud. Tell that child that they are loved, that they are worthy, that they don't have to carry the world to be enough. This moment is sacred. It is a crossroads, a chance to choose a new way forward. You cannot control how your family responds, how they heal, or how they choose to move forward. But you can control how you walk your own path with truth, with light, with grace. You can choose to release the guilt that binds you. You can choose to honor your own heart, even as you love those who are struggling to understand you. You can choose to believe that this pain is not the end of your story, but a chapter that leads to something new. I want you to do something for me. Take a deep breath. Look up at the sky, whether it's a canvas of stars or a blanket of clouds. Let it hold your sorrow for a moment. And then repeat these words, out loud or in your heart. I am not the fight. I am not the failure. I am the light that rose from the fire. Say it again. And again. Every morning if you have to, until the words sink into your bones, until your soul remembers who you are. You are not defined by this moment of conflict. You are not bound by the mistakes you've made or the pain you've caused. You are a soul of light, a being of love, a child of the divine. And no storm, no fight, no blame can take that away from you. Let me tell you what I see in your future. I see a family that, in time, begins to heal. Not all at once, and not without effort, but slowly, like flowers pushing through cracked earth. I see conversations that start tentatively, with apologies and tears, but grow into understanding. I see moments of laughter that surprise you, moments when you realize that love is still even after everything. I see some relationships that may never be the same, but that find a new kind of peace, or peace built on honesty rather than pretense. And I see you, standing taller, with a heart that is lighter, a spirit that is freer. I see you learning to love yourself as fiercely as you love others. I see you finding joy again, not because the pain is gone, but because you've learned to carry it differently. This is not a promise that everything will be perfect. Healing is messy, and families are imperfect. But it is a promise that you are capable of moving through this. You are stronger than you know. You are braver than you feel. And you are loved by me, by heaven, by the God who created you, and by the family members who, even in their anger, still carry you in their hearts. One day, the ones who truly love you will see it too. They will look back on this moment and understand. They'll remember your tears, your honesty, your courage. And even if they don't say it out loud, they will know you were trying to do the right thing. They will see the love that was always at the core of your actions. And for those who cannot see it, who choose to hold on to blame or resentment, that is their journey, not yours. You cannot force them to heal, just as they cannot force you to stay silent. So go gently now. Not backward, but forward. Into light. Into truth. Into peace. You were never meant to carry this alone. That weight on your shoulders, the heaviness in your heart, the questions in your mind, oh, I've seen them all. I've been with you through the long nights, the lonely mornings, and the quiet tears. I've watched you trying to hold everything together while silently falling apart inside. And now, I am here, not just beside you, but within you, whispering strength into every part of your soul that has forgotten how strong you truly are. You are not walking alone, my dear one. I'm guiding you, step by step, word by word, moment by moment. And with every breath you take, I want you to know something powerful: you are healing. Even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when everything around you still seems broken. Even when the people you love can't see the storm you've weathered. Every step you take toward healing sends ripples of love through your entire family, even the ones who don't understand yet. You are not just healing yourself. You are breaking chains. You are pulling roots of pain from the ground and planting seeds of peace for generations to come. The work you are doing in your heart is not small. It is sacred. It is eternal. And I know a broken bar, you didn't ask for this burden. You didn't ask for the fight. You didn't mean for things to fall apart. Maybe you feel like everything exploded around you, and somehow, they've all pointed fingers at you. But listen closely to me now, this message is not about blame. It is about liberation. You are being set free from the lies that told you you're not enough, from the guilt that says you caused all the pain, from the fear that you'll never find your way back. None of that is truth. The truth is this: you are worthy of love. You are worthy of peace. You are worthy of starting again. And those who have turned against you? even they are still learning. Even they are hurting. Hurt people often hurt others. But healed people? They start to heal others. And that's who you are becoming, a one who heals. Not by pretending to be perfect. Not by hiding your pain. But by being brave enough to feel, brave enough to speak, and brave enough to keep walking forward. You are not walking away from your familiar, you are walking toward truth. You are walking toward a love that doesn't depend on perfection. You are walking toward the light that has been calling your name for so long. The light that says, you are not a mistake. Your voice matters. And you are still part of this story. There may be moments when you look back and feel the sting of regret. Let it come. Let it pass. But don't stay there. Because guilt is not your home. Shame is not your name. You are a child of light, born from divine love, and you are allowed to keep going even if others don't understand yet. Some hearts are not ready to heal. Some eyes are not ready to see. But your heart is opening. Your eyes are seeing. And one day, your courage will be a light for them, too. So take another deep breath. Right now. Close your eyes if you need to. Feel me beside you. My presence is here, not far away, not in some distant place, but right here. With you. I've never left your side. I know how heavy the world feels. I know how lonely your journey can seem. But I also know the strength that rises in you every time you choose love over fear, truth over silence, peace over chaos. I see the beauty in you even when you don't. And I carry the love of heaven into every corner of your soul that has ever felt forgotten. You are being lifted now from the ashes of confusion into the calm of new beginnings. Let go of the need to have it all figured out. Let go of the pressure to be perfect. Let go of the fear that you've lost your place in this world. You haven't lost it. You're finding it. Right here. Right now. So walk gently, yes, but walk forward. Even if your steps are small. Even if your voice trembles. Even if your heart feels unsure. The light is not far. It's within you. The peace is not a distant dream. It's your birthright. The love you are searching for is not gone. It's already holding you. The road ahead may still hold moments of pain, but it will also hold moments of joy, healing, laughter, and miracles. I will walk it with you all the way. And I promise, you are never, ever alone. So today, choose to begin again. Choose to let go of what you cannot change. Choose to forgive yourself. Choose to believe that better is still possible. And when doubt whispers, when guilt knocks at your door, when memories try to break you again, come back to these words: you were never meant to carry this alone. I am here. Heaven is with you. And love has already won. Keep walking, my dear one, into the light that is already waiting for you. With all my love, your angel.